with us?
Yes!
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so Great and Einstein, we are now going to have a panel forum. Okay, today we're going to engage in a very meaningful activity inspired by Dr. Martin Luther King in his famous speech, I Have a Dream. And Dr. King discussed a lot of important topics and the need for equality and justice. And today, you are going to embody his spirit by discussing issues in racial prejudice that is happening in our country, which is the Philippines. Okay, so before the day of this activity, I asked the class to reassign the roles for the prominent people that will be having in our panel forum, which is senator, legislator, teacher, parents, and students. Now, may I have those people who was chosen by the class and go in front of your attires.
Wow.
Alright? While they are wearing their attires, everybody, for the rest of the class, I want you to bring out your notes. Come on, bring out your notes, everybody. Okay, so what are you going to do is that you're going to take down notes of important details or important perspective that you find very helpful to somehow end this racial prejudice that is happening in our country. Okay? Alright. Okay? Okay. Now, for those people who was chosen by the class, can you turn your chairs in front? Okay, now that we have our prominent people to act in our panel forum, okay, let me just discuss the rubrics that you're going to follow in this activity, okay? So, we have here, for communication, the correct sentence construction, pronunciation, appropriate vocabulary, and we do have also well-organized oral text with staging, gives information with supporting evidence, and lastly, demonstrate understanding of other panelists' views, able to clarify. Okay, and we have here the teacher's observation for your strong points, weak points, and suggestion for improvements. Now, the question is, are you ready, panelists?
Yes.
We are ready. All right, thank you so much. Now we're going to start our panel forum. I am the moderator who will be assisting our panelists for today's panel forum. Okay, welcome everyone to our panel forum on racial prejudice, specifically within the context here in our country, the Philippines. We have a diverse group of panelists today who will share their perspective on this important issue. And let me start introducing our panelists. We have Senator Santos, Legislator Reyes, Teacher Cruz, our parent Juan, and parent Maria, and lastly, our student Annie. Now, Senator Santos, could you please start the discussion by providing some context on racial prejudice in the Philippines?
Thank you, moderator. Good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. While the Philippines is known for cultural diversity, racial prejudice still persists, particularly towards indigenous peoples and minority groups. Discrimination based on ethnicity, language, and socioeconomic status is a harsh reality for many Filipinos.
Absolutely, Senator. As legislator, it is important to address these issues through policy and legal protections. We need to ensure that all Filipinos will receive equal rights with dignity and respect, regardless of their background or racial. Yeah.
As a student, I've observed instances of racial prejudice in my school and even in the community. So it's really disheartening to see how stereotypes and biases can impact the experiences and opportunities of those in the marginalized groups. And I believe that education and the awareness is the key to combat it.
I agree, Anna. It's essential for us teachers to use our voice and influence our children and teach them diversity and inclusivity at a very young age because it fosters a more inclusive and equitable society.
Yes, absolutely, Karen. I agree with that. And we must also recognize the intersectionality of discrimination and how it affects individuals differently. Addressing racial prejudice requires a holistic approach that considers the unique challenges faced by different communities.
Education plays a crucial role in challenging and dismantling racial prejudice. As educators, it is our responsibility to promote the cultural sensitivity and empathy in our classrooms. By fostering open dialogues and critical thinking, we can empower students to be an agents of change in their communities.
Okay, thank you all for sharing your insights. Before we conclude, does anyone have a final thoughts to add?
I want to emphasize the importance of government accountability and addressing the racial prejudice. We need policies that not only protect the rights of marginalized groups but also actively promote their inclusion and representation in all sectors of society.
I completely agree with that, Senator. Let's work together to enact this legislation. It is important that we uphold everyone the equality and all the social justice for all the Filipinos.
And I'm also hopeful that by raising awareness and advocating for change, we can create a more inclusive and equitable Philippines where every individual is valued and respected.
To all Filipinos, and just like me as a parent, let us continue to challenge our own biases and prejudices and strive to create a society where diversity is celebrated and discrimination has no place in our children's life.
Yes, hear everyone, because it is actually up to each and one of us to stand up against racial prejudice and work towards building a nation that is productive and great, where everyone has equal rights and opportunities that we can achieve.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Let's keep the conversation going and take concrete actions towards building a more inclusive and harmonious Philippines for future generations.
Thank you to all our panelists for your valuable contribution, and thank you for our audience for joining us today. And let's continue to work together and build a nation more welcome to all races and all Filipinos, and love each other and love our country. That concludes our panel forum. Have a great day, everyone.